All right, guys, remember when we talked about elements of a map, we talked about the different parts like latitude and longitude, the primary and the equator, compass rose, those type of things. Well, today you're going to be working with latitude. So let's go ahead and look at what's going to be attached to your assignment. The assignment itself, and we'll talk about that here in a second. Now remember, if you haven't downloaded that TextHelp PDF reader, it's in your updates, the link. Please do so. It'll make it a lot easier so we can type on this. So you're going to get the assignment, and then you're also going to get a blank, well, not a blank, but a map of the world, because it's going to come in handy. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. But let's go ahead and read what it says at the top here. It says, in order to locate places, map makers place imaginary lines. Remember, imaginary means it's made up, around the Earth on maps and globes. Lines of latitude are imaginary lines that run east and west around the Earth. So if we look, we notice that they lay flat on a map or a globe and they run east to west. But that's not how we measure them, but are measured north and south. So they go this way, but we measure them either above the equator. Here's the equator, everything above. You notice it has the N, or anything south of the equator has the S. I know it's weird that they run this way, but we measure them this way, but that's just the way it is. The line of latitude at the Earth's widest part is the equator. The equator is labeled at 0, and because the Earth is a sphere, there are 360 degrees in it, just like there is in a circle. Lines of latitude north of the equator, like I said, are labeled with the N. Although there is a line of latitude for every degree from 0 to 90, most map makers show only every 5th, 10th, or 15th degree. If you notice on this one, it goes 0, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90. So it goes by 15s, and most do with latitude. And like I said before, lines of latitude south of the equator are marked S. So that's just kind of an overview of what latitude is again. But let's go over the actual activity itself. You do not have to do the extra activity, so don't worry about that, because I know that question will pop up. So we have 10 things here, and it says write the letter of the correct answer on each line. So we have to read the clue and figure out what letter best shows that. And that's where the map comes in handy. We'll do one here so you kind of get an understanding. So it says passes through the United States and Africa. So if you're not sure where the United States is, here's the United States, there's Africa. And if we look, this line right here passes through the United States and Africa. So 30 degrees north, which would be the letter E. Now to use this PDF reader to type on it, we want to go ahead and click the T. You notice it says typewriter. I go ahead and click where I want to put my little text box, and I want to type the letter E in there. If I like that, I go ahead and hit the little pink check mark here and watch what happens. It stays there. Now, if I don't think that's the right answer, it is, but if I don't think it's right, I click back on where I typed it in. I can change it, or I can get rid of it altogether like so. But we're going to go ahead, the typewriter, highlight it again, click on there. Sometimes you got to move it around a little bit. Type the letter I like, hit the check mark, and I've got it. So you've got 9 more that you need to do on your own. Read the clue, okay, and figure out what answer goes best. Now some of these have countries, like India, for example. India's right here, okay? And I can go ahead and put those in there and with the typewriter as well. See, watch, I can do that. I can move this around anywhere I want. I can say this is India. Okay. So I might have to do that for you guys just so you kind of get an idea, or find a different map. But either way, there will be a map. Use the map to help you answer the questions. Remember to type in, you click typewriter, click where you're going to put it. You can move it around, see with my little, line it up, type in my answer, hit the check mark, and I'm good to go. So if you have questions and you're not quite sure what's going on, please let me know, either through email or Schoology. All right, guys.